Yo, what's up, Thor? How you doing? What is up? What am I getting attacked by? Oh my goodness. Actually got spawn cammed right into logging in. Had the worst shift today, but the people on shift were sentient, so you're not bitter about it. Oh man, feel that. I'm sorry that you went through this. I hope at the very least you are able to relax now that you're done with it. Loki, I've been having a really rough week of work myself, but I'm just gritting through it because I'm taking vacation from work after tomorrow. So just gotta work one more day. One more. Alright, where is my timer? Yeah, is that coming soon? So let me just verify. So 8 negative 24. Yep, perfect. Alright, let's do this. If all goes right, you have 1 year left. And it's got to be a little tough to know that you still have to go through a whole year, but I hope that you don't have to deal with it longer than that. Are wildfires affecting Utah at all? They were for a little, but honestly, not really. I mean, the worst of it would just be like, worst of it would just be like air quality being even worse than usual, which the air quality in Utah sucks. Yeah, like for the most part, we haven't really dealt with a lot of the like super smoky red outside. We've had little bits of that every so often, but I think this time we've been spared. Oh man. Yeah, I'm so tired. You ever just get off work and you're like just like your brain is stimulated, but your body just physically does not want to do anything no matter what. No matter how much mental energy you might have. Right now I'm trying my best to relax by having my feet propped up on a little stool. Yeah, that's the hardest part about doing like kitchen, fast food, any type of service job where you just have to stand all day. Just like feel like my legs are just getting completely compressed. It's probably extra hard for me because like I'm a bigger dude, so standing is just ever much more annoying and difficult. I really should get some compression socks or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like a website someone would just completely make up for their fetish. I'm sorry. I believe you though. I mean, I should go to a specialist though. But I'm not scanning my feed online. I do not need to have that in the ether. That just feels wrong. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. You might have fallen for a fetish scheme. Dude, shoes are extra annoying for me because the shoe size I wear literally doesn't exist in physical shoe stores. So I literally have to get shoes online now. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I feel like just collapsing right now. Like I have the motivation to do this, but my body is so physically tired. I probably should just go to bed like right after I finish this chunk. Like even if I don't go to sleep, might be the strat. Just lay down for 10 hours. Sleep is good. See, that's the thing. I'm getting enough sleep. It's just I'm not physically in bed long enough. Like, I need to be physically in bed longer than the amount of sleep I actually need. At least with this job. It's like my body doesn't feel good unless I have, like, bare minimum 8.5 hours of laying down straight. But I usually really don't ever feel like I need more than 7 hours. Like anything beyond 7 hours, I don't feel any better. Or like 7.5, maybe. 8 hours always felt like too much. Yeah. I think it's like when you get older, you don't need quite as much uninterrupted sleep like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely a part of me that's been forever cooked by my struggle with sleep when I was younger. Like I think between the age of like 18 and I don't know, like 23, 24. I think more often than not, I average 3 to 4 hours of sleep every day for like 5 years. Yeah, it was so bad. I think I had everyone worried, dude. My coworkers would look at me like I'm like actually about to die or like keel over. I'm gonna be for real. Going completely fixed my sleep problems. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. Although it took a while, dude. There was a long time, like a year or maybe even like a year and a half, where I just would not sleep at the same time because I just couldn't. Like she'd go to bed at like 10 or 11 p.m. and then I'd go to bed when the sun comes up and I'm like, I don't really like that. So I think that helped me to shift my sleep schedule and I was like, I don't like not being awake at the same time. It's kind of crazy though as well because like I recently had a night where I only got like 4 hours of sleep, dude, and I actually felt so physically ill. I was like, "Oh my God, this feels really bad." Because I've so gotten used to actually getting good sleep now. I cannot imagine the fact that I used to actually subject myself to that every single day and didn't like didn't die. I was actually just running on fumes. Fumes and way too much soda. I think I only pulled the all night once out of anxiety. Oh man. I literally cannot count the number of nights where I did not go to sleep or slept like less than 3 hours. You would you would be upset. I mean, I literally don't know the number. It's actually way too many. Enough where counting wouldn't have even mattered. It was just the reality. Yeah, there was times when I worked at the bakery where I literally just didn't go to sleep because I was so stressed out from like life and work and everything going on where I was just like, dude, I can't sleep. I can't do it. And that's kind of terrifying that it was ever at that point. But I'm in a much better place now. I don't really. There's very few nights now where I'm like actually really struggling to sleep, and that I get like a terrible number of hours of sleep. I think the worst I sleep now most nights is like 6 hours, and even 6 hours to me is still pretty functional. It's not the best, but after a couple hours, I'm fine. It just means I have a really slow start to the day, and I'm really sluggish in my first few hours of work. But yeah. So hopefully you're getting your sleep, dude. Because otherwise, bad things will happen. Maybe it's just because your parents raised you on a strict sleep schedule. I mean, look, dude. Having rules about certain things can be really annoying, but I think in retrospect, being very strict on sleep was actually like a really good thing. Like I wish my family was more militant about making sure I actually went to sleep. Oh, dude, no. The number of nights I've gotten less than 6 hours of sleep is well into 1,000 plus territory, I think. I mean, like I said, I was literally averaging 3 to 4 hours for almost 5 years. Pretty regularly. Oh, you know what I would do, dude? Okay, you know what? This is how I think I used to actually function. Like, the reason I didn't, like, actually die. On my work days, I would average 3 to 4 hours of sleep. But then on my weekends, I would, like, crash really hard and sleep for, like, 10 hours. And that's how I, like, basically kept myself from, like, actually completely collapsing. That's insane. Do you want to know something that's more insane? I think because of the lack of sleep, I actually, like, it's really hard for me to remember that's, like, exactly what I had to do or just ended up doing. The brain fog from that era of my life is actually super strong. It takes a lot of mental effort to try and actually remember anything from that time that wasn't, like, just the basic details of things. It's not a way to live. It's really bad. Unrelated note, but low-key the best Shiki song ever. Dude, I love Air. Air is so good. The song is insane. Like, look, I love Pure Ruby, but this song is just so good. I did a little quick dive into the rest of the songs on this album, and honestly, it's kind of crazy how good this guy was at making rhythm game music. Like, this is stuff I can just listen to even without playing them in a rhythm game. It's just actually really good. Because there's a lot of rhythm game songs where I'm like, this is awesome in a rhythm game context, but I literally do not want to listen to outside of playing in a rhythm game. Oh, nice. There's a good amount of air pocket in this chunk, which is nice because I really want to go lay down as soon as possible after this, so... And tough blocks? I'm getting spoiled. Alright, sounds good, man. Thank you for dropping by. Good night. Goodbye. They could have gotten a buffer guy to play Steve in the Minecraft movie. They could have also gotten a more square guy, to be fair. Jock block. Exactly. The muffin.
man.
What's
up, man?
Woe rated my stream with 57 viewers.
What's
Thank
up?
you.
Thank you for the raid. How was the stream? Okay, you got 11-star clear on CS1. Wow. I see that you've been doing big circle abuse. We need the Yosu slot mappers to make maps for you, but as CS1. I mean, maps are already trending to CS1 anyways, so... Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just tired after work. Just gotta get through one more day. One more day of work. Thank you. I'm actually gonna take a vacation after tomorrow. And I'll be gone from work for a week. Need to take care of your dogs! Alright, good luck. Good luck with dogs. I've never heard of WoW in my life. I think it's something located inside of a computer. That might be where I'm thinking it's from. Now that makes Nightcore more epic to play on this map. I love playing a map with Nightcore and the metronome just goes crazy weird mode on something that doesn't even really sound that complicated. I don't think you've heard the Nightcore metronome since like 2018. Gotta add it back. Maybe I'm just too used to playing really stupid old maps that just have really insane metronomes with Nightcore that don't contribute anything. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the metronome ever helped me, like, better or for worse. But I was just accustomed to it. I think I currently don't play with a metronome in my skin anymore, but I never had a problem with it. Also, just don't play with Nightcore. That's fair. One of my favorite things to do is to actually add Nightcore to already Nightcored maps. I wanted Nightcore Plus. Should be a war crime. Adding Nightcore to Nightcore. I thought adding Nightcore to Nightcore just made it just so much better. I do have a metronome embedded in my body as well. Believe it or not. Now, honestly, you want to know what was my secret to getting good at on old maps? You just gotta not look, or you gotta not listen to the music at all. You literally just play with visuals. It's actually just so much easier. When you play old maps like it's a reaction game, then it's actually so much easier to hack. Yeah, but, you know, this was when I was doing Usu completion, and it's really hard to focus completely on the rhythm and not devolve to just, like, turning it into a reading game. Like, when you do Usu completion, like, to the, like, entire library of maps, you have to strategize like that a little bit. At least if you want to try and get good scores on everything. It's a bit easier if you're not going for, like, full completion, but at a certain point, I just had to be like, okay, if I want to FC all these old maps, I just gotta play them, like, literally differently. Like, I would still consider myself playing the game correctly. It was just a different way to feel out the maps, you know? Learning to play without music is such a buff, exactly. It just works on old maps like that. If you're actually trying to play to the music, it's unironically way harder on some of those. Especially because a lot of old maps just pick really weird rhythms sometimes, at least for me. Follow the song's rhythm, optional. I think the problem I would have is that sometimes it would just switch between vocal and the instrumentation. Just at will. Map to nothing. I mean, there's some really good old maps that pretty much do exactly that. Sometimes you just gotta map to nothing to make a true masterpiece. But it does make getting accuracy on the map by listening to the song pretty hard. You know, sometimes you just gotta invent rhythm that isn't there, you know? You're talking about Kainan, and he was saying literally nothing. And then meanwhile, the reason it was mapped to nothing was because he just had an outdated MP3 for the maps. It was completely out of sync. Such a good moment, though. Such a funny clip. It really is. Kainan was Such an insane clip generator. I will never forget Un Pepe. I'm done with this game. Un Pepe. I'm done, dude. Liberal, liberal, liberal. Liberal. Liberal, liberal, liberal. God. I like just stopped having that in my head too. It's over for me. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. There's some days though where I think about wanting to just play old maps again. I just don't have a lot of time to. As janky as a lot of them are, they were just epic. $28 over 4. Oh. Oh, I thought I broke it. What? What did I do? Oh, I did. Wait, what? Am I... Am I... Am I going crazy? Did I break a pick or did I not break a pick? Am I crazy? That's how it goes, that's how it goes. Okay. Wait, what do I normally have in here? I normally have gravel in here. Where did my gravel go? Did I just like hallucinate my pickaxe breaking? Am I okay? Am I stupid? I might be stupid. It's the string all over again. No. I still swear to this day that I legitimately thought I ate the string. Like, it was actually so convincing. Alright, whatever. As long as I didn't break a pick, I'm fine. But, like, why did my brain, like, panic? I guess maybe I just hit the Q button by mistake and I thought I broke my pick because of it and I somehow didn't notice that I dropped it. That's so strange. That's how I know I really need to go to bed. I was talking about this earlier. I'm like so physically exhausted. I think now the sleepiness is already kicking in too. So I'll probably just physically go to bed after I finish the chunk. Maybe it's time for a 10-hour sleeping session. Especially because I still got work tomorrow. Just one more day and then I get time off from work. I'm excited. I'm excited to do nothing. The best vacations from work are the ones where you do literally nothing. Although I'm sure I'll find some time for chunking, though. I gotta. Yeah, I was gonna say that this song's pretty straightforward to me. They really should. Honestly, if I went grocery shopping and I heard Aphex Twin over the speaker, I would spend more money. I'd be so happy to hear Aphex Twin that I would decide to buy all of the sweets and treats that I would never buy otherwise. Oh, that is not the W key. Tipping the employee holding out for by buying more. We should let more employees control the music at big company stores. I want to hear what the janitor wants to be listening to while at Walmart. There's always just gonna be that one guy that takes it way too far, though, and ruins it. That's the problem. even if the company wasn't soulless. Thankfully, this chunk has been pretty fast, which I really need, because It's crazy. When I was younger, like 5+ years ago, I never wanted to lay down in bed. Now the only thing I can think about is how soon can I go lay down in bed. Crazy. Crazy what becoming an old man makes you feel. Final conclusions, most sections of the song are 5/4, but nothing lands on 5, so it's really 10/4. Couldn't have picked a more annoying song to map, I guess. Better be worth mapping. The nostalgic song game makes it cooler, fair. (100/4) time signature. It's a bat. Garden this morning, felt tired the rest of the day. GG. That's awesome. I should become a bumblebee. Just about done here. Alright. Nice. World record! Alright. One sec. Alright, let's punch in my stats. So that is... Sometimes you just gotta be behind to be ahead, you know? That's how it goes sometimes. Alright. Haven't I been doing it like that? Alright. Let's punch this stuff in. 12.6k blocks mined. 11.6k deep slates. Alright. And then that is number 255. Wow. Oh, gotta open my overlay. Alright, there we go. Okay. Well, that is it for me tonight. Next stream is gonna be on Sunday. I'm going to be off tomorrow and Saturday. But yeah, Sunday morning we will be here for chunk 256. 25% of the chunks will be fully mined on Sunday morning. So yeah, or wait, Sunday afternoon? Hold on, wait, I forgot what time I scheduled myself. Oh, it's afternoon, 2 p.m. GMT -6. Or like 4 p.m. EST. Whatever time zone. Anyways, goodbye, good night. I'll